Hey everybody, Wild Man Wes here.
I'm Hefe.
And welcome to day 15 of What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas.
This box is falling apart.
I know it is. But you know what? We're not.
Nope. Nah.
We have so many to do. 10 more to go and a couple movie reviews. Hefe's got the one today. What do we got for day 15? Let's see. Open it up. Tear it. Rip it.
Day 15.
Ooh.
So hot.
Oh my gosh.
We've done a special video for these guys.
Yep.
There's Jobboy Pills, German style Pilsner beer.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night. Alright, cool. I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Hey, you know, like how
and you know what? And you know what? Though he's not here with us physically, he is here with us in spirit. This episode is going to be dedicated to Big Country. Because he's the one. Country was the one who introduced us to So Hopped way back when he was doing the Cancer Kiss My Coolie benefit and offered us a little bit of the So Hopped that we had on the show prior. And you know what?
Jobboy Pills is a refreshing German-style Pilsner beer, brewed and named in honor of our departed friend John Hoffman.
Okay, so it's not John Boy from, the Waltons, but
correct.
You know what? Hey,
but it's reference.
But yeah, but this John Boy is probably
for sure
just as cool, if not cooler.
Absolutely. So again, very fitting Christmas-style beer in the love and bringing people together, right? For John Boy.
For John Boy.
All right. Looks like a Pills. It's nice and clear. Let's see. Looking good.
Nice. Golden.
Absolutely. We've had a Pills in this box before. Looks just like the others. It's not that bad. It's pretty clear. Smells like a Pills. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. This is really enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean,
this is really crisp. It's got a small sweetness to it, not too sweet. It's not too malty. It's
no,
like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm used to Pilsners being a lot heartier than this. This one, like you said, it's a lot crisper. And
yeah, it's very crisp and clean.
And there's that's sweet. I mean, I'm so used to it being hearty and a lot bitter. On the mouthfeel.
This only has 18 IBUs, which is an international bitterness unit, so it's really low on the scale of IBUs. But
I like
this is pretty nice.
I ain't mad at all. I mean, this is almost like a step below like your average Pilsner. I mean, this is almost like a cream ale in a way.
I'd say it's just like a light lager. Yeah, it's definitely very, very light, very easy drinking. Think about any of the big macro beers. Miller Lite is the same type of style. This is definitely more of it, like the Pilsner triple distilled type thing.
I mean, it's
definitely, it's sweet and easy drinking. There's nothing really keeping me away from it.
That's
pretty awesome.
I agree with you on that one. I would say, it's interesting. I mean, I think this might be like a one and done for me.
Okay.
In a way, because it's just that, it's, like I said, it's not as hearty as a Pilsner, which usually when I have a Pilsner and it's pretty hearty, in nature, I'm usually just kind of like, it just depends on how my palate is feeling that day. It also happens to, like, how I'm feeling with how much I want to drink that day. This one, doesn't matter how much I want to drink. I mean, one for me is just kind of like,
this feels good.
Yeah.
It's a great shower beer.
Yeah.
This would be a fantastic shower beer.
Amen on that.
Yeah.
Amen. So, in that situation, I'm going to say, nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Nice. It's nice. It's not like that. Nice. It's just, it's nice.
I hear you.
I like this.
It's nice. It's nice. I agree with that. It's nice.
Well, now that we've established the rating on the beer, now it's time to talk about the movie. And today we pass the mic off to Hefe. So this is going to be a fun
that was definitely appropriate for the movie I'm going to talk about today. 2000's Jim Carrey's The Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So this movie, honestly, it came out at a prime age for me. I was in middle school. I loved Jim Carrey.
I feel old on that one because I was in high school.
Yes. So I loved Jim Carrey so much, and I was super excited to see him as the Grinch. And of course, I'm like, well, duh, he'd make a great Grinch. Now, obviously, we had discussed last episode, the Grinch cartoon that everybody was familiar with was pretty short. How do you turn that into a full feature-length film? Well, you pull a Hollywood on you, and you give the evil villain his sad backstory. And I thought that was probably one of the better parts of the story. Not the movie, but the story of the Grinch.
And who better than Ron Howard of all directors to do that?
Ron Howard did a fantastic job. I mean, he definitely made a world come to life that was thought to be impossible to come to life. Like, before that, Dr. Seuss was like, how do you do that? It's 2000. It was 20 years ago at this point. Think about it. So, my favorite part, obviously, most people know the story of the Grinch. He's the cranky guy during Christmas that hates Christmas and wants to steal Christmas, right? So this gives you more of the story of why he hates Christmas. Gets a little bit of psychology in there. But not only that, but I really thought that Jim Carrey was probably one of the better parts of that Grinch character. He was very different from the other Grinch we had most of the time. But when it came to quoting the book or following the narrator, who was
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins. He was the narrator, and bouncing off of him, but doing the dialogue of the book, that was the most Grinch that he ever was. Everything in between, basically, that's like saying basically when you're face to face with somebody is only so small of who they really are. When you go into a store and you walk up to the clerk and you check out and say, have a great day, you're only getting a small percentage of what that person is. So in the story from Dr. Seuss, that's a small percentage of who the Grinch was. And the movie really expanded that. And I thought that was a lot of fun. I mean, yes, it was corny. Yes, it had some adult jokes in there. Who cares? Everything.
Honestly, because our generations, obviously you're just a few years young, but I remember being in like first, second grade, seeing Jim Carrey like original air dates of In Living Color, and this movie literally is kind of.
See, that makes me feel really young because I first saw him when he was Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Fair enough, but just a few years.
But I mean, it just seems like the character of the Grinch outside of the reading, as you say, is very much like that. So, but
I really thought that it was great that they showed you his home and how things function. Max being as lax as he was, but still loyal. Like Max, here's the thing with Max: is like everybody says the Grinch mistreats that guy. No. The Grinch is trying so hard to push Max away. But Max is such a loyal friend. He's here to say, dude, you're not a bad guy. And that is what more people need in Christmas. And if anybody's going through it, and believe me, everybody goes through it.
Especially right now.
Especially during Christmas.
Well, not just that, but especially
right. COVID Christmas. The CC 2020 COVID Christmas. With that all going on, sometimes you just need that friend who's loyal enough to stand by your side and say, you got this. You got this. That's what the story of the Grinch 2000 movie really is. It's about learning self-confidence, believing in yourself, and proving everybody wrong about what they think of you.
I agree. So, that being said, rating.
Now, I could say a few things that weren't that great about the movie, and that was and some of that was just some of the actors and their style choices. I know it's hard with children actors sometimes. Cindy Lou Who was good for what she needed, but like I didn't believe her for a minute.
Okay.
She was a little hard to take in, especially when you have William H. Macy and Jeffrey Tambor. Like, you have such a fantastic
Molly
cast.
Shannon.
Yes, Molly Shannon.
Christy Baranski.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but I've never found her attractive until that movie.
16-year-old me? Yep!
So, without that being said, like, the movie wasn't perfect, but the story and the elements that it brought are definitely something that I think people should take a little more time with, because it literally is such a mixed bag. When you're looking at the reviews and people love that movie or they hate that movie, it's not a perfect film, but if you just watch the story and let it grow the way it was supposed to, the way Ron Howard wanted it to, then I think you can just enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. That all being said, I also have another personal attachment to the character of the Grinch. The last couple of years for the company I work for, I've been the Grinch at a brunch dinner that they've had, and thanks to CC 2020, that is not happening this year. But I have a strong attachment to that character, and a lot of the things that I would envision myself doing around the dinner hall while the kids were all chasing me around or running away in fear, it was just fun to show up and just be a part of their world. Like, they know that I'm not really the Grinch. Some of them actually did question it. But the point being is that it was just so much fun to bring that part to life in them. And of course, most people's questions were like, where's Max? Or, like anything like that. Or they would try to feed me food. It's just like they liked that I was a part of their world. So what that means that 20 years ago, a movie came out that kids still to this day they love the Grinch. No matter how much you're supposed to hate him, they love him. And that is a character to last the test of time, for sure.
So anyways, you still had a grade. What grading?
Oh, yes. I wanted to add all that. So I will give it a solid B+.
B+?
Definitely.
Okay.
B+. Like, it's definitely one of those Christmas movies that I look forward to watching every year, but I totally understand why people would say that's a dumb movie to watch. But, then they're going to say something like, Elf is the best Christmas movie.
Well, a lot of people have their reservations on live-action versions of Dr. Seuss movies, but we will get back to that on a later date, very later, because you know what? We still have, 9 more beers to go in this series. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down if you think that we graded this beer a little bit differently than you'd want, or the movie that Hefe was reviewing for us today. Also, make sure you share on social media, but most importantly, it is the time of giving, so make sure that you push that little red button, you ring that little bell for instant notifications, and stay tuned, because we don't know what's going to be for day 16, but we're looking forward to it. And maybe it'll make our heart grow 3 sizes bigger.
I'm nice.
And maybe make our brain cells go 3 sizes too small. But you know what? We do it for you because we love you. Always have. You do.
Now.
All right. I'm Wild Mail West.
And I'm Hefe.
And we will see you next time on day 16 of What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas.